Hello YouTube, welcome back to part 49, I believe, of Minecraft Hole. I don't remember what we were doing. The chicks are a different color now. Everything's confusing. I have not played Hole since January. It is now May. So we're gonna see what I was up to, what I remember, what I don't. My inventory is full of cobble, which makes me think I was placing blocks instead of breaking them. So yeah, let's just keep going ahead and getting that done. For those of us new to Minecraft Hole, I have a desire to make a deep hole in Minecraft. So I started out by trying to make a 1000 by 1000 hole, but when I did the outer perimeter for it, I did it wrong. So it ended up being 2000 by 2000. And so we're gonna do that. And so I've been starting by going around the perimeter of the entire, section for the 2000 by 2000. And I'm making it all the way up to sea level or down to sea level, depending on where I'm at. And then once I have that all nice and flat, we'll just keep going down layer by layer until we reach the bottom. And that is pretty much the entire goal of this. This is indeed part 49, and I am, so you see the sand here. This is the true furthest out marker, but I wanted it to be inclusive, so I had to do an outer layer where I put cobble down on the outer layer as well to make sure that no water from the outside bleeds in once we get to that part. So since it has been so many parts, I don't remember exactly where I was, so I'm running out here on this cobblestone layer, assuming that I will find water at some point that I need to keep clogging with this cobblestone that is in my inventory. And we'll go from there. Otherwise, we're just hanging out, being chill, chatting, and having a good time. I found it already. That was easy. Okay, cool. So here we are. Get rid of all of this ice. And make sure it all becomes cobblestone. While trying not to drown at the same time. I use my fist/cobble for the regular ice. Then if I find packed ice, that's why I have the pickaxe available. Oopsies. Chat, let me know how the audio is for stream. I've been having issues with my microphone lately, so I'm hoping that's a little better. I'm also more than before just using speaker audio for my computer instead of using headphones, so I want to make sure that there's no echo in the microphone or anything from audio playing from my PC. So just let me know if you encounter any issues while you're listening, and I will adjust accordingly. Other than that, hope everyone's having a good Monday so far, getting ready for the week ahead, considering that this is an American holiday today. I'm still counting it as a part of the weekend. Okay. Cool. All right, plenty of work ahead of us. I can do the rest of this while I'm here too. Might as well. Some of it might refreeze, but the water doesn't go all the way up, which is nice. And this is your service level. Okay. That I can pause on. Live in the Eastern time zone? I do. I am in Eastern time right now. It is currently 6:04 p.m. for me. you're doing well today, Flux. Thank you again for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Ichi, if you're still here making your mac and cheese, I thought about this recently. How you call me Marfus and how I named my YouTube channel Marfus because of it. Technically, for people who don't understand, they might just think it's Marf US. Like I'm just saying like I am from the US. That's pretty comical. We have to do that call soon to plan, you mean? If you mean to plan for the trip, then we do indeed still need to do that. You should prompt in our text chat about doing that, so Limes also remembers we need to do that. Because we probably have some time this week. Maybe Wednesday evening late. We could also technically do tomorrow evening. Friday I have a collab, Saturday I have a collab, Sunday I might have a collab. So only a few options we gotta see. I assume your time's kind of open right now for when you're able to do it. But yeah, just to make sure that Limes also has it in the back of her mind, and I will remind her she's not home now. She'll be home tonight. So her and I can talk about it either tonight or tomorrow. As long as you don't have any time restrictions, we'll just pick something then. You sure don't? Hey man, I believe it. Any updates on any of that? Any more interviews scheduled or anything? Taking tomorrow? Hell yeah. Good use of your time. Love to see it. You got an interview on Wednesday? Hell yeah, hope that goes well. Is it for the same kind of role or just for something different? Summer camp teacher. Aren't you terrible with kids? I mean, you're terrible with me, and I'm basically a kid, so. Also, chat, how's the music volume? Is it good? Is it low? Is it high? And kids with kids, you just don't like them. I'm sure that's a mood for a lot of people. I unfortunately do like kids for the most part. But I am also good with kids. Limes was showing me some old videos yesterday of me playing around with her baby cousin that were very funny. Maybe a bit loud, the music. Okay. Let me, I have the power. There we go, I turned it down slightly. We'll see if that's better. Kids are loud. That is also very true. That's one of the biggest downsides, and that's one of the big things for me when I have kids. I'm going to help my kids understand that loud is not helpful. Especially crying. But at least for babies, you're gonna cry regardless. You can't teach that, but as soon as they get past the full baby stage, they can be taught to cry less. Loud doesn't equal funny. Well, then I do not have a streaming career anymore. I'm sorry. Is your motto? No, but I actually do agree with that to an extent. Like, I don't mind if people are like actually being loud, But if it comes across loud, like I can't turn them down, and then it's a problem. If it's like way too unbalanced or what have you. But otherwise, I don't mind loud equaling funny. Mostly because people are just loud when they're upset, and I find people crashing out to be funny sometimes. And I hope I was smart enough at the end of the last part of this to sleep so I don't get attacked by the nightmare creatures. Why am I a jerk this time? What'd I do? It's only been like 5 seconds, but I don't remember what I said. There's a zombie. Guess I should take care of this. Well, I don't want you in there. You're gonna turn into a ground. Alright, I've doomed you, I'm sorry. On to the next. You find it funny when people crash out? It depends on the crash out. Some of my crash outs are goddamn hilarious when I'm streaming. Have you not seen me play Uno? That's just one big crash out. Uh-oh, there's the drowned I was worried about. Play Peak together? I am not very good at Peak. But as long as it's not like a try-hard lobby, I'm down. I played Peak, not like recently, within the past 2 months, I think. I think it was last month. You're not good either? Okay. Then yes, we could do a chill people bad at the game lobby. We could do me, you, maybe even Zoof, and maybe grab a 4th. I think 4 is a good number for Peak. We could do a fewer than 4 too, but 4 is the typical I've done for Peak. They'd peek back at her. Oh, there's Clover. Hi, Clover. Yeah, I figured it was because I was just setting up the YouTube VODs recently. Hi, Clover. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. And I know Clover's always interested in Peak. I've only made it to the top a couple times, and that was, of course, only because I was with people who are good at the game. Over. I have to figure out what the hell I'm doing for Zoof's tournament next weekend. You cheesed it solo. I think I was a part of a lobby where they cheesed it once. I think I've only done 2 streamed lobbies of it. I don't remember if I played more than that, but they were both with Clover, of course. 4 minutes. Was that with like the cannon glitch or whatever? I don't know if that's still a thing, but I vaguely remember the cannon being like very glitched out. And plus ragdoll. Right, okay. One of the wolf ears? Very funny. I don't have a lot of the cosmetics, believe it or not, because I've only played a handful of times, but I did play with some cracked lobbies, so I did get some extras from that. I've still only seen like some of the newer items as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous hitting go live today. I mean, as a streamer, like, I feel like most streamers are at least some level of nervous anytime they hit go live for one reason or another. But today was like, oh god. The last time I did Hole was January, and that was the last time I've done a solo stream. I'm like, do I remember how to like stream without having people in a VC? But so far so good. So far it's still ingrained, which is very nice. It helps that hole is like very easy to just like do mindlessly, so I don't have like a million things going on and I'm not missing things. That's super nice. I also have my first one-on-one collab in like a very, very long time coming up, because I usually do group collabs. On Friday, I will be doing Carry the Glass with Luke. My first one-on-one collab in a very long time, and my first collab with Luke in a very long time as well. And I have been on like different schedules and different games and such. I'm very excited to be playing games with him again, one of my earliest Twitch friends. I still need to download Carry the Glass, but that's not much of a problem. See, on my schedule for this week, I have this today, and then Friday we have Carry the Glass, and on Saturday we have Dokapon. And Sunday is likely going to be partaking in a Pokemon Champions tournament hosted by Zufio. I still have to make sure I can get it set up on my end. And, you know, get all that going for the weekend, but assume that will happen. However, the worst part is I technically voted for Monotype. I was like, okay, which of these am I looking at? Could I feasibly do in a gimmicky way where I don't need to be like an expert at Pokemon? And I was like, okay, randomness with the gacha one. And then, okay, Monotype and Duo type. I think are the other ones I voted for. Like, all of these have potential for me to be able to bullshit my way through it. No, and I would do another type lock too in general. Like, they're rough. And especially when, with the group I was doing it with, there was a lot going on. With all of the chats and all the gimmicks and everything. But, I'd be willing to do more Pokemon challenges. Type locks, soul locks, things like that. I'm just better with things that I know going in and don't have to learn on the fly. So, like, I've done type locks now. I've even done, what was the other one where it was, like, random? It was the, Wonderlock. Did the Wonderlock. I've watched enough Soul Lock content that I could probably get it depending on which game we were using. But yeah, I still have to do a wheel lock as well. I absolutely 100% need to do a wheel lock. It's on my list. I have so many games to get through from March Madness in 2022 or 3. It's been at least 2, if not 3 full years since I did that March Madness where I have all these incentives. Then I decided to go back for my Masters, so that put a pause on a lot of the incentives while I was fighting my way through that. Oh, and I finally have a I finally ordered my graduation pictures, chat, for my grad, so I can share one of them with social media. Probably do that, you know, tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow at this point, because it's kind of late for the social media window. Set up a team. You are competing against it. Yeah, no, I mean, I did reach out to Zufio as well, because I haven't even, like, set up the game yet. And Zufio is the one that let me know that I'll need to set up Pokemon Home as well, most likely, to get a team set up. I forgot that was even a thing. I've never set up Pokemon Home in my life. I'll need to do that and see about, see what I have I can transfer to get something going. But, yeah, I literally updated my Switch's, firmware today while I was getting stream set up. And so after stream, I have some chores to do, but then I'm gonna try to at least do, like, the tutorial stuff on it and figure out the next steps I need to do. But I will get that set up and working this week so I can participate this weekend. And then Solok, Clover, I would absolutely do a Solok with you. I am, oh, hi, Polar Bear. I am very baby with Pokemon in general, and especially Solox, but I understand enough to be able to not be complete dead weight for it. Hi, Peachy Light. How's it going? Welcome back to Hole for the first time since January. I hope you are happy with its return. But yeah, for let me check something on my phone. For the solo content stuff, so I'm doing Hole, of course. I'll try to do Hole once every week or 2 weeks, depending on it. I'm not gonna go like full balls to the wall streaming yet.
Who dares enter my realm?
Oh, it's you. You're back. Hey, thanks for sticking around. Yo, is that Fives? Yo, what up, Fives? Thank you for the Prime Gaming sub. 23 months. Holy shit, that's almost 2 years. That's almost a new badge. I forget what the 2-year badge is. I think, do I even have a 2-year badge? Hold on. What are my badges? What are my sub badges? Where do I even check those? Where are my badges? How do I see what my badges are? For stream since you've caught since you moved? Well, I haven't streamed much since there, depending on when that was, but I've been streaming like maybe 3 times a month since January. I literally want to check up what my badges are. Where do I see that? The viewer rewards? It's under emotes? No. Where are my... Under rewards? No. Creator badge drops? I don't even want to create any more badges, thank you. Under stream? Clips, raids, channel? I don't know how to navigate any of this. Is it monetization? Affiliate? No. Subscriptions. Aha. Subscriber badges. Yeah, I don't even have a 2-year badge. 1 year is the highest badge I have. I'll start talking about Limes about that and see if we can think of more ideas for more badges. Maybe for the 2-year one, I will do like a graduation cap one because I finished my master's in 2 years. That could be fun and, you know, chill. But Fives, it is very nice to see you again. I hope you are doing well. Let me keep that tab open so I don't forget. Then go back to my stream manager. Okay. All right. Yes, Clover, please do reach out about a solo lock me. Try to get something scheduled. You're on your 51 months. There you go. Then yes, we only have up to 1 year. I believe. Hold on, I just tabbed over to it. We also skipped the 2-month one. We have base, 3, 6, 9, and a year. And I can have up to 6-year badges right now, which is so absurd. I've been streaming, you know, technically on and off, but mostly on for 6 years. Wild indeed. So you moved in January. Yeah, so I've streamed since January. I'll say since the beginning of January. I've streamed, hold on, I can count that too. I don't know why I'm in such like a perfectionist mode right now. How many times have I streamed since January? I've streamed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is my 13th stream since the beginning of the year. So that's only the number that you've missed live. Make a peach themed sub badge. Jeez. Maybe if we had more than, I don't know, 2. We would think about it. How many of them were some form of Uno? Well, that's a high count. Let's see. Since January, I have streamed Uno. Starting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So over half of those streams have been Uno streams this year. Between First to 5K and Tarts Tournament. You're the most important ones. You are the two most important Peachies in my community that I can think of at this moment in time. I'll give you that. But also, I was mentioning solo content. So I obviously whole. I still need to finish up the achievement playthrough that I have going of Kingdom Hearts 1, where I'm doing crowd mode plus the speed run plus like no loading from a save. So I still have to finish that up. I can technically do that in one stream. I'm at the final boss. I just am under-leveled, and it is the hardest difficulty. So I've probably one more, hopefully just one, but you know, maybe 2 more streams of that. I'll have to start looking up like actual strategy guides for that final fight when I'm being under-leveled. Unblock 2026, let's go. So I have to do that, and then I'm gonna start up Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories after that at some point. And then the next March Madness game that I need to do, that I really need to get to start, is The Witness, which I am very, very excited for because it seems like a very fun puzzle game. So I'll be scheduling that soon as well. My goal will be to stream maybe 2 to 3 times a week through the summer. Obviously, there will be some weeks where I'm busy and I do not stream at all. For example, June 1st, I might not be streaming that week at all. I will have to play it by ear because June 1st is when I'm getting my wisdom teeth out, and that's on a Monday. And then Peachy Keen is going to be visiting for a week in the middle of June. And so I will likely not stream that week. And if I do, it'll be something with Peachy, probably. So I got some time off in June here. July, I think I'm also going to be on vacation for a week there with Limes' family. So 2 to 3 times a week will be my goal, except for vacation weeks where I likely won't stream at all. You and Limes can do a girls' day. You might kind of have to anyway. I have to check the schedule. I have more like doctor stuff around there too. So there's likely time that you guys will be hanging out just on your own as well, even from that. Even if it's like the beginning or the end, oops, sorry, I bonked the mic, of the trip or something like that. But yeah, that is why Chiquini made a very good point that we do need to plan better. I know, Peachy, I think you said you wanted to do a DC day where we would just go down to DC. There is a good likelihood we will be able to do that. And also, we might actually have some of Limes and I's friends join as well, depending on timing. Because they were also planning a similar thing around the same time. So the more the merrier there. You know if it's in book now that's unemployed? We'll talk about it. I wouldn't worry about it too much, Peach. But we will talk through it. Yeah, we'll talk to it together, and also there is still technically a chance you have a job lined up at least by the time you you come up. We will discuss. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other streams I've had planned that I haven't gotten back to. I'm literally gonna have to check like my VODs from the past like year, see if there's any series I started but never finished, and actually planned to finish. Because there's a few games where it kind of just fell off and I never went back to it. There's one game that I played, I would say pretty early on in my streaming. I couldn't tell you when, but it was probably 2021 or 2022. Where I played Ukulele, the second one, not the first one. The Impossible Lair, I think it was. And I started that, and I was really, really bad at it, and then just kind of stopped playing it and just never picked it up again. Where it's one of those things that the fact that I still remember that I haven't finished that game, and it's been like 4 years, is a sign that maybe I should go back and do it, even just for my own, you know, my own, not clarity, resolution. So, I have that in the back of my head too, but that wouldn't be anytime soon, I don't think. That was also back when, the reason I even started playing that game is because it was one of the games that Twitch gave for free when they had their own desktop app. And you could, like, launch games through the Twitch, like, desktop app or something. It was very weird. It was a very weird time. But, I got a few free games that way, and some of which I streamed. That was also how I got the one game, Autonauts. And that game was still, like, so good. I still kind of want to go back and replay that game. It's been so long that I think I can. It's one of those games that you don't have, like, a ton of replayability. But if you wait long enough, you can get away with another playthrough of it. So I'm very interested in the idea of doing that as well in the future. Maybe not even on stream for that. Maybe just casually, but that is a game on my list. Zoofy. Oh! How's it going, Zoof? Yo, Zufio got the NASA badge rocking. Let's go. How'd you get that one? Oh, did you watch the Artemis launch on Twitch? That makes sense. You see the space and stuff? True. Get this man a job at NASA. Speak of the devil like 15 minutes ago. Yeah, Zoof, we were talking about the tournament and how I have a lot of work to do to get set up for it. Get the game set up and get a team set up. It's not that much? Good. I'm just, like, concerned because of how little I know about it. But I'm sure it'll be simple once I get started with it. It's just the fear of the unknown that gets me. Speaking of fear of the unknown and uncertainty, like, I'm kind of like a... What do you call it? Why am I so bad at words today? What's it called when you're, like, when you, like, go against your own sayings? When you, like, say what I do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing. What is that called? Hypocrite. Yes, there it is. Thank you, chat. I am very much a hypocrite in that because I do still have, like, a fear of, like, the unknown. But in college, in my undergrad, I actually gave a talk at a conference about uncertainty and how it's not the end of the world and you have to learn to, like, accept uncertainty. So I guess I'm not truly a hypocrite because I still kind of, like, accept it, and it's still, like, natural to be nervous about some things, even if you know better, as long as you don't let the nervousness stop you from doing things in life. So hypocrite's not the exact, like, word for it there, but I do have that anxiety sometimes. But, yeah, I've been recovering this week. For those of you that weren't around in the last Dokapon stream, I was telling the guys how, this past Thursday, which was, I think, the day after the Dokapon stream, or a day before that or something, it was close to it, I had a muscle biopsy done. And so I am still recovering from that, although the recovery is going very well. But, obviously I'm not running marathons anytime soon. A muscle biopsy of my left thigh, they took out 2 cubic centimeters of muscle right from my left thigh. Oh yeah, of the muscle, 2 cubic centimeters. And they normally only do 1 cubic centimeter. It doesn't make that much of a difference that they took more, except obviously there's more to heal back, so it's going to take a little bit longer to heal. But they took 2 cubic centimeters instead of 1 because they said, they're taking the normal 1 cubic centimeter, whatever, and they're, you know, running it through whatever diagnostics and testing and whatever. But the other cubic centimeter, they asked permission for it. I said, why the hell not? My neurologist wants to send a sample to the NIH because they're like, yeah, what you're dealing with is incredibly understudied, and I have somebody that does actually study it at the NIH. Can I send it over? I was like, sure, man, why not? So they took out double. So they could send one there and keep one to use for actually trying to diagnose me with something. But yeah, so it wasn't that bad. I went to a hospital in New York to have it done. The actual procedure, they had to put me under for it. I was under for like I was under for longer, but the procedure itself was about half an hour. It was not that bad. I didn't feel anything during it, before it, and even after. I was good for a while. And even now, like even like 12 hours after or whatever, when I was home and, you know, resting and everything like that, it didn't hurt just ambiently. It only hurt when I was actively using it. Yo, is that a raid? Let's go. Kaiju raid, let's go. Yo, what up, Nate and Raiders? For anyone new here, my name is Marfman101, aka Marf. I'm a variety streamer. I do a lot of multiplayer, co-op gaming, and challenge runs. And today we are back to Minecraft Hole, part 49, where I am digging a 2000 by 2000 hole in Minecraft down to the center of the cubed core. If anyone has to raid and run, I completely understand. Thank you guys so much for coming on into the raid. More importantly, thank you for supporting Nate and all of his endeavors. Nate, what are you up to? What were you up to today? I don't remember if I saw your go live message today, so I actually don't know what you were up to. Might jog my memory once I see it, though. Subnautica 2, you were doing that. I saw the thumbnail with you and Sega. That's what I saw. Wait, no, that was Donut. Are you playing with somebody? I'm losing my mind. I literally saw a thumbnail for Donut and thought it was yours for some reason. Right, Johnny. Right. I knew you were doing it co-op somebody. I could not remember for the life of me who it was with, though. But my brain has not been working today anyway. Subnautica 2, Johnny. Yes, the new PNG tuber model. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. You lost your voice to congestion. Oh, jeez. No, I feel like it's been a very rough transition into the spring. I guess I'll call it allergy season. Because a while ago, Limes had a cold, which we think she got in part because of the change in the temperature and everything in the climate. And then I had pretty bad allergies for a couple weeks. Luckily, it wasn't too like annoying or painful. Like usually when I get allergies, I get like a sore throat, and stuff like that. But I didn't get that this time. This time I just got a little bit of congestion, but then a lot of like head congestion, I guess. So like my ears were like constantly clogged, and I was like constantly like moving my jaw around to try to unclog it. But yes, Nate, I did see your PNG tuber as well. It does look good. I will have to see it in, I'll have to look back at the VOD and see it in action. The concept is very good. God. But yeah, people were coming in. I was just talking about my muscle biopsy that I had, last Thursday. TLDR of what we've talked about so far is that I went on Thursday. It took about half an hour for them to do. No biggie. I was under, so I didn't have any pain or anything like that. And yeah, they had to take double the sample they normally would because they wanted to send half of it to the NIH to study me. Because what I am dealing with is seemingly very understudied. And my neurologist knew a guy at the NIH who was doing work on it. So I'm helping science. Okay, pull that away. Mob chest. Do I have the rotten flesh in here? I do. Okay. Then I'll need to pull out some more cobble, and I can just go back to it. Did I get paid for it? No, unfortunately, people don't care enough about this yet for there to be a money market for it. I'm actually starting to get lower on cobble, it seems, huh? Could be a problem. Future problem, but a problem. Alright, let me run back. But no, I do just help. I do just hope I will be able to help by providing stuff and, you know, seeing what they can see. But hopefully in a few weeks, hopefully like in a week, you know, fingers crossed it's that quick, I'll get some sort of results back from that. I also have genetic testing I'm waiting on to see if there's results from that. To see if there's anything I'm predisposed for. I always try to add another syllable in there. Predisposed for that we haven't already looked at to see if it explains some of the symptoms and issues I'm dealing with. And then I have a skin biopsy, which is a little different. And I have that scheduled for the middle of June as well. So I got a lot of stuff going on in the medical realm still. But hopefully it'll be fruitful in the end. But yeah, my recovery's been good. I haven't had any, like, what I call, like, ambient pain. So, like, just pain when I'm sitting still, not doing anything. The only time I've experienced pain with it has been when I've been actually walking. Which I've tried to minimize this weekend. But, of course, I will need to do again soon with life and everything. So, yeah. So far, so good. I don't know when I will be, like, fully back to 100%, but I should be walking normally within the next few days. I'm supposed to be going bowling with my work on Wednesday, so hopefully I'll be able to do that mostly normally. But I'm sure I'll at least be able to do it in some capacity, even if it's just, you know, like, throw it while standing still instead of, like, walking up. I'll at least be able to participate. Up the kitty lanes. God. They technically could. I wouldn't want them to, but they technically could. Bumper guards when yeah, put up the bumpers. But no, I think I'll be fine to at least, you know, not have a gutter ball every round. That's really all that I care about, is that I'm, like, participating in a way that's not zeros. Although I am generally hyper competitive, and I do talk a lot of shit. I know it's probably shocking to anyone who's ever played a game with me before, but I do tend to talk a lot of shit even with my coworkers. So I would like to be able to back up the shit talking. But we'll see how it goes. Don't overdo myself if I go. Yeah, I'll go regardless, but I will only participate to the extent that I will not re-injure myself. But yeah, like I said, the recovery has been going well for me. Who knew? But neurosurgeons are very good at surgery. So there were no complications during the procedure. I read the, like, during procedure notes that they provided. So obviously I know nothing went wrong. Care instructions were normal. There was nothing extra based on my specific experience. I was able to take off, there's, like, multiple layers of bandages. I was able to take off the first, like, super outer layer the day after, which was Friday. And then on Saturday, I was already able to shower, even with the stitches and everything still. So I just have to, you know, be careful not to bump it too much over the next few days. And over the next week or so, the stitches will figure themselves out. They are dissolving stitches. So I should be pretty well set. I go back in just under 2 weeks for them to look at it and to confirm it's healing properly. And then, hopefully by then I'll have the results too, and then I can, you know, see what's next. But yeah, hopefully within 2 weeks I'll be able to, you know, jog and stuff again. Because I want to get back to playing pickleball. I haven't played pickleball at all since it's been getting warm. And I miss it. I do like pickleball. Peachy, do you play pickleball? Peachy Keen? If so, I'm going to wreck you with it this week. Or not this week. Next month when I see you. I would play pickleball. Listen, I enjoy being predictable. If I'm being predictable, that means I'm very true to myself. That's the way I like to see it. You've never played? You like playing sports? I actually don't know if you enjoy sports, period. You'd be down to learn? Okay, that's good. Then yes, we'll definitely do some pickleball while you're here. Because we have courts very nearby. You can walk to. So hi, Brayski. Long time no see, Brayski. Played soccer for 7 years. That'll do it. That's about it. Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's nothing like soccer. But if you've played sports enough to have decent hand-eye coordination, you can learn pickleball pretty well. That's the hardest thing for pickleball, is just general hand-eye coordination and athleticism. Brayski, I hope you're doing well. It's been so long, I feel like. But hopefully I am back to streaming mostly regularly. I was telling chat, hopefully 2 to 3 times a week through most of the summer. With a couple weeks off here and there. Well, a couple single weeks off here and there for vacations and doctor stuff and what have you. Yeah, this week should be very good for streams. Next week should be very bad for streams, because I'm getting my wisdom teeth out, so I will probably not be able to talk very much for that week. So it seems like it might be like a week on, a week off for a little while. The streams are back in general. What up, Peachy Keen? What do you got? When am I getting my wisdom teeth out? That would be the day after Sunday. Zufio, June 1st. Like 16 ounces of pineapple juice before you go in for the surgery. I don't know. It'll help the swelling. Is that true, or am I getting one guide? Has anyone else heard this? Yeah, no worries, Zoof. I did check the timing of that before I confirmed with you. I put it in my when I put the times up for the tourney. I did include that. For the first few days after that, I was not expecting to be able to participate. You did it, and it helped you. Interesting. If your teeth don't let them gaslight you, listen. I could use some room, especially on the bottom row of my teeth. All right. I'll take the extra room, even if it's a scam. You have your wisdom teeth in a bag somewhere? That's something. Oh, Zoof, when are you getting yours out? You could be twinsies. You get your ice packs. Hated the stitches in your mouth when you got yours out? Yeah, I don't know exactly what my recovery is going to look like for it. I've been avoiding it. Consultation's in late June, so who knows. So I would say probably a month or two after the consultation if it was anything like mine. Mine was a little bit longer of a wait, though, because I had to have specialty x-rays done that they couldn't do on site. Because I needed 3D x-rays, which my oral surgeon didn't have in his office. So I needed to have a van come to my home, and I needed to jump in the van and have them look at my mouth. You also have a cavity in yours? Well, then yours should probably come out. I don't think that makes it any harder to take out. But that's good at least, but it does make it more necessary for sure. You only take them out in the UK if you're in pain. Yeah, for ours, sometimes it's pain. We also recognize that if you keep them in long enough, they'll start decaying on their own. And if they start decaying on their own, it can cause problems with the gums as well, since they're so deep into the gums. But you can always say no. If they say, like, hey, we're, willing to take these out and your insurance will cover it, you can still say no. Ears are impacted. I don't even know what that means fully, and I don't know what mine are. I just really assume the professionals know what they're talking about and sign whatever they want me to sign. Lime still has hers. I think she will need hers out eventually as well. Lime's sisters both have had theirs out in the past like 3 years or so. One of them very recently, but the other sister I think was like a year or two ago. And they had very differing recoveries. The first one had a rough recovery. Second sister had a pretty easy recovery, all things considered. I'm hoping mine is on the easier side, but every mouth is different. Oh, they were pointing toward your actual molars. Yeah, right now I think for me, I have all 4. I think the bottom ones are the more important ones, but we're just kind of like, might as well get them all taken out at the same time. But one of the bottom ones is also pretty close to a nerve, which is why they needed like the specialty 3D x-rays. I don't know what the results of that were, but I know my dentist has them, so I'll know at least by the time I go in for them what the plan is. So they were saying for that one, they might only like get half of it out. And then when that happens, the assumption is the other half will either take care of itself or I'll just have to have that other half removed like further into the future if it becomes a problem. But I'm gonna get at least 3 of them out, and the 4th one either out or, I don't know, shaved or something. I don't know what the actual term is for that. But yes, Clover, mine would be similar, at least on the one where it's like, it's close to the nerve, so they do not want it to cause any problems. Either while it's getting taken out or in the future. But it's interesting that you only had the bottom ones out. For me, the oral surgeon was like, yeah, it's likely to become a problem in the future, so we might as well just do them all at once. I also need to reach back out to one of my friends because he said he is potentially able to give me a ride to and from with Limes, because obviously Limes and I, neither of us drive, and we don't really want to be taking an Uber back from the oral surgeon. It's not a very good position to put anyone in. I need to make sure I have my ride set up for that. But yeah, honestly, for my mouth, the ones on the bottom are definitely making my teeth crowd each other, and it doesn't cause any pain, but I'm sure it would still be, you know, somewhat of a relief and, you know, potentially even slightly straighten my teeth for me. To have more space in the bottom. But the top ones, I feel like also could have been take it or leave it. I don't notice them bothering me at all. And, they did also say that, like, a lot of the times for wisdom teeth, they're much more prone to getting cavities, in part because they're a lot harder to reach to clean, like with brushing my teeth and everything. That was a part of the rationale they gave me for it. Interesting, Clover. Is that just something they regularly recommend for people, or was it something specific to your case, do you think, for leaving the top ones in? I considered growing my jaw so they have room. God, I wish. I wish I had a better jaw. I feel like I have a weak jaw. It does have some clicking occasionally. I know it's not like properly like fully in place all the time, but I also don't know what I would even do about that. But it's very rare that it like gets super clicky, and it's only gotten stuck like once or twice. Those were scary, but at least now know what to expect when that kind of thing happens. You only had 3. It's so weird when it's like lopsided like that, but like I've heard of people who've had like 6, so I don't understand how the body works a lot of the time. Mutations are wild. To get your wisdom teeth and some molars removed because your lower jaw is too small. Yeah. Such an interesting part of the body in general, because there are, I mean, so much of the body is like wild. Like, how does this work the way it should, you know? Like, there's no way it should be this precise and work this well. Another one of those things is like, you know, even just being able to keep the balance by standing. I know in robotics that was the problem they had for the longest time, and why robotics is not further along is because they were having trouble mimicking the balance that humans have. But anyway, for the jaw, like, for it to be able to, you know, have all the teeth properly, be able to eat efficiently, and also allow for speech to work as well as it does, there's a lot going on there that it's in charge of. Yeah, but right now I have all of my teeth right now. There's nothing I'm missing. Although I have plenty of cavities because of poor childhood hygiene, and also, you know, cavities are actually a lot, about genetics as well. I learned that later in life, that it's obviously hygiene is an important part of everything, but you can have somebody who's never brushed their teeth and never had gotten a cavity just because of genetics. But I got a bad combo there of bad genetics and also bad hygiene growing up. Braces and other shit. It'd be worse taking them out. Okay, that's fair. I mean, especially, you know, considering you've had other complications with your mouth and stuff, that makes more sense to me why they would just say, like, let's not add more variables into the mix and just vibe. That makes sense. Hi, Rose. Long time no see. It is a hole you see, or the makings of one, because there's not much hole happening, you know, at this point that you can see. But, it's good. Hole's going. We're back. You have a baby tooth still? How does that work, Peachy? Aren't you like 24 or something? Hole's the friends we made along the way. Truja, and that does include you, Rose. Rose, was Hole one of was Hole the way you found me? I forget if it was this or if it was another game. But I know this is your staple here with us. Was this one? Oh yeah. And school is done now. I just graduated this month. I'm now done with my master's. It's very exciting. I'm very happy to be done. Very happy to have time to stream back too. I'll be streaming more often this summer. Agreed, Clover. Agreed. It's like if you walk up to somebody random on the street. Do I know you from somewhere? Well, you see, you know me from my hole. Right canine tooth didn't fall into place correctly, so it's stuck in the roof of your mouth, and the baby tooth remains because there was no adult tooth to push it out. So does that mean you have 2 canine teeth in one portion of your mouth? The baby tooth and the adult tooth, but the adult tooth just never pushed the baby one out because of the angle it was at? Technically? Wild. That is wild. See, it's things like that that, like, when you hear it, it's like, okay, yeah, that obviously makes sense. But I would never think of it being possible just, like, randomly. Oh, I want those back in the hotbar, please. Oh yeah, Rose, everyone needs a good hobby. The adult tooth is... Oh, the adult tooth's under the skin still. Is that, like, fine, or is that something that also should be fixed in some way? Got everyone grabbing their pomps. I know Peachy Keen was at 98 pomps today. Rose up to 38. Zufio up to 58. Let's go. It's fine. Over. There's no way that was your first pomp. There ain't no way. You're way too often to have never clicked that button. That's wild. Oh, my secondary hand no longer has cobblestone in it. There we go. Refuse to believe that is true. Unless it's because of the username change. It might be based off of the username, not on like a UID or something. Hold on, I think I can check that on my end. require like 2 years of braces to fix. That's fair. I mean, it'd be very funny if you had braces. I can't picture you in braces. Users. Is your old username in here? No, I don't even think it was your old username. I'm not seeing it here. Are you kidding me? That might have actually been your first one. I think that's your first one, Clover. Wow. To be fair, I haven't had this bot like forever. How long have I even had this bot? I don't even know. How can I... Oh, that's a hydrate. I've had this for a long time. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's wild. That is actually wild to me. I need to fix my mix it up. It is not properly. I can't. The users are blocking so much of the chat. Whatever, future problem. I just won't look at that today. Hydrate. I need to get my water. My water's across the room. The room's not that big. Peachy, thank you for the hydrate. 1. Don't have the time, effort, or money to fix it. That makes sense. I usually lurk and occasionally say something stupid, so it might be. Yeah, I think it is just that. Well, I am so sorry for your first bump. Over. This way to chat is to say stupid stuff and make puns. That is how people tend to do it around here. Now you'll never click it to get out of principle. That's also valid. Now hydrate. That I clicked. Well, don't I fucking know it? Jesus. Woke up at 4 a.m. to work today. Oof. What time was your shift? So thank you, Sufio. Here's your hydrate. Shift started at 5. Oof. Can't relate. MPG, it's hard to wake up for a shift you don't have anymore. I have work tomorrow. Again, today was a US holiday, so I did not have to go into work. But tomorrow, I will be back on my 9 to 5 grind, quite literally. I work from 9 to 5. But luckily tomorrow, I am remote, because I've been hybrid for years now at work. And it's been 2 days remote, 3 days in the office. And for the longest time, it was Monday, Friday as my remote days. But they switched it up sometime. I think it was around January where they switched it up. So now I am remote Monday, Tuesday. I'm in the office Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because one of the changes they made to the policy, and it wasn't an attempt to make it so there were not many days where there was like nobody in the office. So it was like more equal. They made it where people could not have both Monday and Friday remote. And so now instead people tend to do like Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday. I could have technically done Thursday, Friday. But if I did that, I knew Monday, Tuesday would have a lot of people in the office because of the people who were taking off Thursday, Friday remote. So I figured I would just have the more chill days in the office. Because I don't have a lot that I really do on weekends that would like hyper benefit from me having off, or I keep saying off, having remote days on Fridays. Headphone check. I'm not wearing headphones. I might actually have to remove that one, unfortunately. Who's day in it? I can try it. Let's see, is it gonna come through? Not coming through. Hold on. I can force it this once, but I might have to turn that one off.
Battery fully charged.
Okay, did that work? Did you guys hear it? Because I actually didn't hear it. Because I didn't wear headphones on. I have no clue what percentage that said. Fully charged? Oh shit, that makes sense because I'm not wearing them. Yeah, I've been enjoying not having stuff over my ears lately. So I've been doing mostly, I have a sound bar on my desk, so I've been using that for the most part for audio at my PC. And obviously if like Lime's starting to sleep or something, I have headphones I still use. But I prefer not to as much. I've grown as a person. A new era for Mark. Yeah, it kind of is a new era. I did headphones for like the longest time, especially growing up, because my bedroom was right next to my sister's growing up, and there wasn't even a door in between it. So if I was like listening to stuff out loud, it would be really annoying for her. So I learned to use headphones to keep that chill, and I was kind of just in my room all the time. And honestly, my sister kind of was too, so I had to wear headphones most of the time, so I just kind of got used to it. But I'm like, oh wait, I do have free will now. I could change this if I so choose. Oh god, there's some blue ice down there. Don't like that. Hopefully it's not much. I don't have a lot of this pickaxe left. I also hate hearing other people's music. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, you know, when I'm going to and from work, I use public transportation, so I'm, you know, wearing headphones. But outside of that, when I'm just kind of home, I kind of don't want to anymore. That is also true. Sometimes for some video games, I still will want to wear headphones, but like obviously for Minecraft, I didn't feel like I needed to per se. And also, I've been replaying Cult of the Lamb recently because of the Winter Haven DLC. I picked that up. And I've been enjoying that the past few days. I've been doing that as a part of my recovery weekend. I thought about streaming that again, but I wanted to play it like ASAP and wasn't in the mood to stream when I was still early in my recovery this weekend. I was like, you know what, I have the one playthrough on stream, that'll be good enough. I can be content with that. The Minecraft sounds are very charming. You saw I was doing Winter Haven? You would. No, it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. I still haven't gotten to much of the Winter Haven stuff yet. The only thing I've gotten to is I've expanded my Holt's area. And I've done the first like 2 steps of like the stuff you need to drop off in order to start up the true new content. But yeah, it's been fun. I've beaten the first 2 bishops, and I am. Oops, where even am I? I'm close to defeating the 3rd one. I've actually attempted it twice and failed twice because I'm a fake gamer. But yeah, it's been a good game to come back to. I was hoping the DLC was free and it wasn't, which is a pity, but good game, so it's worth it. I'm gonna tell you it was a charging port on top of the Switch 2. Well, I didn't tell you because I don't have a Switch 2. That's probably why I didn't tell you. Now the others, oof, whole another story. There's the blue ice. Reset this. pickaxe time. Ah, stuck. Mark stuck. Ow. I have to get my Switch 1 set back up on my desk, though. I haven't had it on my desk in a long time because I haven't streamed it in, well, at least 6 months, probably closer to a year. I think I actually looked at this recently in a server somewhere where I was talking about it. It was probably about Zufio's thing. Yeah, so I need to get my capture card plugged back in and my Switch back on my desk out of the living room. Let's see if I have enough HDMI cables so that I can just leave the rest of the setup there and just bring the Switch itself back. It'd be annoying to have to undo the HDMI every time I want to go back and forth. Otherwise, I also don't think I'll be streaming a lot of Switch lately. Because I don't have much on the Switch when I want to play other than like Mario Party with people. But even then, I don't have anything planned. And then I don't think I'll get a Switch 2 for myself in the near future either until it gets like discounts. $9 million to get a second dock. Well, listen, I still have the Switch 1. I might be able to get those for a few $100s instead. But the dock's one thing. I'm not even worried about the dock as much as I am about the HDMI cables. Because like unplugging the dock from the HDMI is fine, but having to go back to the back of the TV to get the HDMI is annoying. What are you on about, Peachy Keen? I don't like it when you get like this. This gives me heartburn. Oh. That's a bummer. That's a bummer, Zoof. I now see why there is critical laughter happening. But enjoy dinner, Zoof. I'll chat with you some more later. I'll let you know if I need help with anything setting up the champions tonight. You know, maybe it's good that the tourney's this Sunday so that when I get my wisdom teeth pulled the next day, it'll feel a little easier than going through that. First Uno and now this. She follows me everywhere, SMH. Listen, Clover, science has never known until now. We have the technology to determine. Listen, I don't care if I get destroyed in Pokemon Champions. It can't be Peachy that does it. It cannot be Peachy that does it. I will never hear the end of it. Oh my god. Get me out. I'm gonna say no to an opportunity to rage bait me. Ooh boy, ain't that true. I'm to tell Limes we gotta change the locks. Or goddamn June. Right. You know what's wild that I literally just thought about, chat? Next year, I mean, it won't be till like next fall, but next fall, I will have known Limes for 10 years. We met in the fall of 2017. Isn't that wild? We haven't been dating that long. We've only been dating half of that time. We've known each other a long-ass time. You've already known me for 4 years? I feel like I've known you longer than 4 years. Is that just because it's been painful? Is that why it feels like it's been longer? Maybe a bit more? Maybe. Well, how long have you been following my channel? Oh, well, that's helps. Huh. Delight's known Maddie almost 10 years? Wild. Oh, there you go. Theoretically, it's been more than 4 years. Well, it's definitely been more than 4 years just from the follow age. It could be even longer than that. You might have known me longer than you followed me, but unlikely. Ichi, how did you find me? Whose community were you a part of that found me? That's for Peachy Keen. I know where Peachy Light came from. Shit about shit. Could have been Laura, that's fair. That was during the champs days. Where everything went down? Yeah. Indeed, indeed. That makes sense. I haven't talked to like a lot of those people in a long time. Every once in a blue moon, I'll still get a raid from Laura though. And this gets deep here in a bit. Oh boy. I need a lot more cobblestone where this came from. Was it a shit show? Yeah. I mean, there was a period of time where it was good. There definitely was a period of time where it was good. Luckily, I got to be a part of some of that. But yeah, it did start degrading and probably it held on longer than it needed to. And then, of course, the ending itself was fairly sour, all things considered. Even the first few months after it was over was still iffy because nobody really knew what to do. Like, can I still be around these people? Will people start, you know, thinking less of me, of this, of that, yada yada. But luckily, we are, I think, if not fully enough past those days. They're men. Started thinking less and less of you. Now that's when things started going better. So what up, Luke? That I mentioned earlier, I'll mention again. Luke and I are collabing, doing our first duo collab in years, I think. This coming Friday, we're playing Carry the Glass together. It took me like a month before everything went down. See, we're stuck in the middle. That's fair, PG, yeah. Very nice, Peachy Light. Very good. Making a bad mistake of playing that game. Yeah, just when we started becoming friends again, we're gonna make sure that does not happen. Cutting that right in the bud. Also, Luke, huge congrats to you for all your success on YouTube and Reels and stuff lately. I've been seeing you post about that, and that's awesome seeing your numbers explode a little bit there. Very, very nice to see. Oh, I have a lot of pickaxes and stuff here. I probably should have looked in this earlier. Okay, well, swap that out. Combine these. I'll even swap that out now. Yep. That's better. Mob drops. Yep. Now time for more cobblestone. Your sub count like a loser because it's 10 away from 1K. That's huge. Is 1K the next monetization jump? Or the monetization jump? I feel like you had it from like a long time ago or something. I don't remember the lore. But still a very nice milestone to be hitting. Very excited for you. But yeah, the short form content is absolutely the way to go, and you've been killing it on edits lately, so it all makes sense. Big ups to you on that. I do not have the skills or ability right now to even think about short form content. That will be a future problem. But you're doing great. It's awesome. Channel is 1K, you need 4K watch hours. Right. 6 or 7K watch hours, so it should get partnered. That's awesome. And then for the VOD channel, you're just kind of hoping that'll fall in line when people take in more of the short form content and some of them stick around for the long form? Or are you just gonna let the VOD channel be what it is and not really think about it? Risky, I'm so sorry you lost the magic number. Well, how many did you lose? You could be at 6-7. You could be at the new magic number. Channels exist as it is. Stay on top of it, not focusing too much. Completely valid. God, what a 670 emote. Is that a cat? It is. Okay, cool. Just checking. And I like how it's just the answer call and end call ones. All right, sure. I'll pretend to understand that one. Yeah, but for me, I don't have a plan on splitting channels, but I do hopefully in the future plan on doing short form content again. I tried a little bit on my own back in the Hover days. Rip in peace, Hover, for anyone that remembers that. And I did have some edited content made. I had some made for like best of stuff, and then I also did have some shorts made professionally. But I don't think I ever posted like any of them because I never got like a schedule going, and I wanted to have a schedule going before I started posting things, because that is the #1 thing you need to do as a content creator, is be consistent. And I was not ready to be consistent yet, so I knew better than to just throw it out into the void. But yeah. Oh, that's huge. Now I have to check. Am I subbed to both channels? Damn it. Descriptions. Where are you? Private channels. Where do I get to the fucking channels? E. Is that where I go? Yes. Okay, I am subbed to both. Wait, am I subbed to the VOD channel? I see the new one. Yes. Okay, there's the trash can. And there's just Luke. Okay, cool. If anyone isn't subbed and wants numbers to go, there we go. Luke, my entire streaming career is derailing. You're great. Don't worry about it. It's also something I'm genuinely interested in, so it's fun to talk about. There we go. +1 to what Clover said. But yeah, I eventually will get back to doing short form content. It might kind of be a wash, the clips I had made, because I'd probably want everything to fit the same structure and branding and whatnot. Oh shit. There we go. So I may have to just take the L on those. But we'll see. I mean, a lot of the ones I had done professionally were older content. So I could maybe just like throw those up just to kind of have them there. But I also might want to redo them in a different format or style. I don't know. That'll be a later this year question probably for me to look at. Look, I might pick your brain on editing and stuff, by the way, if I do decide to take short form content seriously. I'm not dealing with this ever. This will be a future problem. Some of the blocks I like fill up space for, you know, future-proof it for myself. That one is a lot. Today, Premiere Pro timeline shorts is huge. Just copy-paste the effects and cropping so everything's consistent. I feel happy to talk about stuff. Oh yeah, Luca, I'll take you up on that at some point. But yeah, because I would also be using Premiere for it. That's just I get it through work, so I would just continue to use it that way. Yeah, that's one of the big things for me as well, is like, you know, consistency, like you said, like copy pasting effects and stuff. Like that's exactly what I would want to do anyway. And like, sure, I might end up creating new effects down the line that the previous ones wouldn't have, but that's just a part of, you know, growth and progress. I still want like the base structure and formatting to be the same unless there's a real need and desire to drastically change it in the future. Yo, what up, Brian? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Start making TikToks and shorts also. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work and it's hard. So that's another reason I give huge ups to Luke on that. Because, you know, like I said, I did it in the hover days a little bit. I did a little bit here and there, but I never kept up with it. I always lost steam like super quick. But Luke has been fighting through, motivation or not, and being able to get it done. That's extremely impressive. You're surviving? Hey, sometimes that's all that it takes, Brian. And Peachy Keen, thanks for the hydrate. Appreciate you. Very nice. Luke, I still remember that stupid Pokepummel highlight. It's still one of my favorite clips ever. Part of because of how dumb it was, and part of how because everyone thinks we were just both using like the same brand of like act controller or something. Such a good moment. Uploading a short daily for a month. Sort of gain traction, even if not your best content. You get better every day. That's true. That's true. You got to start somewhere, and I mean, who knows what it'll be tomorrow, but at least for now, the algorithm loves consistency. I mean, I don't think that'll ever change in terms of the algorithm, because consistency also means you're posting, and that's what those sites really need, is for people to consistently keep posting, so there's more content for viewers to take in. So I feel like that'll be something that's usually rewarded by an algorithm. And believe it or not, I actually did learn somewhat about that through my master's program, because the program was for communication and media, so there were some media studies classes. So I did learn at least somewhat about the media ecosystem. And I was able to do some interesting projects too, like my capstone, which is essentially like a thesis that I did for my program, was about social media bans for children. So I got a lot of context there and like what's currently going on in the social media hellscape. It's all been very interesting. The model type you have for 30, you only have 3. Peachy, I think you're supposed to connect it with Pokemon Home and pull stuff from home from your other games. That's the gist I got from talking to him a little bit earlier. How does it feel to be done with school? Oh, it's so good, Brian. I am so excited and I'm done. And I mean, I would have been excited regardless, but I'm very happy that I get to be done with it because I finished it, not because I just decided I can't do it anymore. It's been a blast not having to deal with that so far. You know, if shit in home, well, you can move stuff to home from your other games, from the other Pokemon games. Did I miss anyone else's chats? DaVinci Resolve, a little bit out of editing. Yeah, I know some from Premiere. I haven't had to use it a lot for work. A little bit from work, and I do sometimes have to like pull VODs down from Twitch, and those always require some form of editing. Take out the intro and the outro and yada yada. Algorithm caters to content that people watch without clicking anyway. That's why I tell people just watching the full video show. Yes. Yeah, especially because of the TikTok format. Watching long enough that algorithm can tell you weren't just waiting to see if you liked it or not, and you actually enjoyed enough of it to watch it more than just the first half second or whatever, is huge. They don't need you to click like every time. They just need you to be staying on the platform. And if your content is helping other people stay on the platform, they're going to reward you for it 100%. Yeah, I've heard DaVinci is basically as good as Premiere. I think I've heard it's a little simpler to use as well. I think I tried installing it once, but I either gave up due to not being able to figure it out or just time. I don't remember exactly why. Yeah, Peachy, definitely just check and see what you have in home, and then find what you have in your other games that you don't mind moving down to the home. Definitely the next way to go. All that and checked it out. So you used to Premiere, you just want to switch. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing too, is like I feel like I really don't do that much in Premiere right now. Like transitions, I only use the standard transition fade in, fade out. Just like the one-click option they give you. So that's my next like learning adventure, I guess, for Premiere, is learning how to actually make like proper transitions and effects. Because I've not done any of that. Need to check on Resolve plugins. It feels so weird and convoluted to have to experience stuff. I don't cut and have it. Yeah, I don't know enough about it to see what's like out of the box and what's not for DaVinci. Luke, for your like effects and stuff, do you do that natively in Premiere or do you use like After Effects? I know nothing about After Effects as well, except that it exists. Reset pack from Premiere 2 makes things easier. I'd be interested in that, yeah. Obviously, take your time if you don't have it like readily available, because I'm not gonna jump into this right away. But it'll definitely be good to have as a resource. So obviously, I want to like make things my own and give it some flair and whatnot. But starting points are obviously there to be helpful. Use After Effects for certain things. Gotcha. You have to kind of see what tutorials are out there as well, because through work, I get a lot of things through work, luckily. I'm not gonna lie. And one of those things is I have access to LinkedIn Learning. And I know the Adobe products in general have a lot on there, but I'm wondering how much they have specifically for Premiere and After Effects in terms of more advanced editing. The most I've ever done on a Premiere video, I think, is adding an overlay. I don't think I've done anything more advanced than that. And I'm sure, like, with my general experience with technology and software and stuff, I'd get it. But I haven't taken the leap to start yet. I also consider myself, Limes always yells at me for saying this, but I still think it's true. I always consider myself to be I'm not a creative person at all. I do not think I'm very creative. I don't like creating things from scratch or making something completely new. I do like just kind of taking what's there and making it my own. That's just, it resonates more with me, and it's how it gets me in the door of a lot of things. I'd have to figure that out as well. I don't even know if I've heard of Avid as a program. I know nothing about that. I've heard of Final Cut. I haven't heard of Avid. Music audio, okay. Yeah, what are people using for like audio editing nowadays? Because I know the One is a piece of shit now. What is it, the one that's terrible now? Ugh, I have such a terrible memory. But there's one that I think like sold out and started like selling everyone's data. Audacity, that's exactly it. Yep. First try. I used Audacity like very, very simply at some point just to do basic recording stuff. I think that was even before I started streaming though, so that's before I even used at OBS. There have been times where I've literally used OBS and then just cut out the video component to do audio stuff. But I luckily don't have a lot of need to do audio editing. Speaking of that, though, I do need to try to figure out if there's better settings for my mic or something, because I know a few streams ago, at least, I don't know if it's been the same or if people just gotten used to it at this point. My mic's been iffy in terms of occasional robot static here and there and things like that, so I need to look into that as well. There's always so much to do to like fix and improve as a content creator. It's very daunting sometimes. Hopefully now that I have time again, I can start actually doing those instead of just complaining that I haven't done these. Like, sounds good today? Okay, good. Maybe just like, starting my computer, updates or whatever, fixing some of these things. But it's a good sign at least. So thanks for the heads up on that. Everything in Premiere for audio. Okay, yeah. I have Audition in case you need something specific. That's right. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's really just the Adobe suite. I don't want to hit you. Just have some Coca-Cola to drink. Bruh. I'll start over here. Power Director. Edited the game show would crash every 30 or so minutes at a point in editing. Oh god. It's wild. Yeah, I'm glad I haven't done any edited content like multi-perspective stuff. That does seem incredibly difficult. you know, I think I really do just need to like sit down and teach myself Premiere better and just like try some things and see what happens. Skyrim video, Premiere was struggling so bad they had to create a second project for just the last 20 minutes of the video and then combine the videos into one. Jeez. And you have a pretty good rig too, right, Luke? So it really was just Premiere taking too much resources. Big rig for a big dog. Too much resources, use a lot of effects that constantly needed rendering. Okay. Yeah, because I also haven't done a lot in the editor, like, you know, actually clicking around and deking and whatnot, so I don't have a full grasp on how much it takes up for that kind of thing. I believe it. Believe that it's rough. Hey, Luke, it's gonna be super nice, you know, having essentially a podcast with you on Friday in between expletives. I have watched Carry the Glass played through all the way, but that doesn't mean shit for a rage game. So see how it actually goes. Be awful? Hell yeah. I've been doing a lot of awful streams too lately, so I have a nice tolerance built up. Between Uno and fucking Dokapon Kingdom. Yo, is that Pastry? Hi, Pastry. We are back in whole, finally. In 5 months. Or 4 months? Since January, so I think 4 full months? Yeah, 4 full months. Right. Oh, that reminds me, Luke. I have to catch Maddie up on my medical saga. Her and I commiserate greatly about the advances and failures of the medical world and how fucked up bodies are. Yeah, I still don't have a diagnosis, but maybe we're closer. Yes, Pastry, how have you been? I've not gotten to speak with you in a while. I did mention Pastry earlier. I have not forgotten about it. The wheel lock is still going to happen. Not soon, but it is still going to happen. And I will have Pokemon content on the channel soon. Zufio is hosting a tournament that is taking place on Sunday for Pokemon Champions that I will be taking part in. You'll get Pokemon content there. I also do, I believe, remember you being interested in the fact that I'm going to be playing The Witness. That is going to be sooner. That will be, The Witness will be within the next month or so, give or take. So that's exciting. I'll be in Gen 10, I'm sure. Hey, if they have more wheel Pokemon, then all the merrier. Yo, what up, Nemo? We got some hole. Oh, what a perfect quote to mark the occasion. Let's go. We're in there. We're back. We're so back. Also wild seeing quotes from 2024. Because quotes are still like, I still consider quotes new in terms of like me streaming. And that is not true in terms of time, because I wouldn't say, you know, a year and a half is new. But in terms of total number of streams, it's probably still in the newest 10 to 15%. You got a nice mixed quote in there. Okay. All right, chat, we've been going for about 2 hours so far. I will probably go maybe another hour or so, and we'll see how we're feeling. But I still have some good energy going, and the vibes have been immaculate. So we'll keep things popping and see how it goes in another hour. Thanks again for everyone hanging out so far. Hanging out, watching, chatting. New followers. We got some resubs as well today. I appreciate all of the support. Thank you again, guys. If anyone's got me, I know Bracey's got me. Bracey, do you still have your watch streak, or did that break at some point on one of my random ass collabs? I know they have like this other shit now, like not standard watch streaks, but it's like view time streaks or something. I don't know. I know they've been playing around with a lot of stuff like that. I have not been paying close attention to any of it, though. I just know the other day I was actually in a live Twitch stream for the first time in a long time, because I just have not had the time to watch Twitch streams. And I was in Ray's when he was doing his game show stream last week with CJ and co. And I saw that pop up. It was like come back this week to keep your streak going. And I'm like, I don't want you to talk to me. Streams are too unpredictable, so you lost it. That was entirely valid. I would not even advertise most of them at that point. I'd just be like, oh yeah, I had this scheduled for 2 weeks, but I've only told you about it now. We're live. Well, come on, Marv. Watch VODs to save it within a certain time. Wild. I mean, I get why Twitch is doing it, but it's one of those things where, you know, yes, you want people to keep watching, and you want incentives for people to keep watching. So the streaks are one of those incentives. But then if you make it too easy to keep the streaks going, they become completely pointless. More so than they already were, because it is just kind of a random metric. I was just thinking of an example of where that happened. Well, one of those I know, thank God I don't really use it anymore, but Snapchat, with their streaks, I was like, oh yeah, just pay 99 cents to keep your streak going. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? There was another one too that was like, streaks mean nothing anymore. I mean, Duolingo was another one of those. Gross Duolingo. But back in the day, even then they were like, ah, yeah, you lost your streak, but you can just buy it back. Wild. Have some compensation is in order. God, what even was your streak? It was like, is it in the 140s or something? I don't even know. It was absurd. I feel like there was one more platform that did like a streak-based thing that I was thinking of that completely ruined the whole point of it. 13 streak, lucky number, hell yeah. honestly, PG, like, that's probably one of the highest right now because of how erratic my streams have been. Do they have, like, a leaderboard for it per channel? If they don't, that's also something they've missed out on. Or do they only make leaderboards for things that are monetized? Because, god damn it. No, there was definitely another thing that's like streak-based that I was thinking of that company broke just by being capitalist. I cannot remember it now off the top of my head. No leaderboard for this yet? Of course. Oh, TikTok has streaks too? Is that for live streams? I have not had TikTok installed for like forever. The leaderboard, I do remember seeing that, yes. And don't they have it now where it's like yeah, because I have it on top of my channel. I have it rotating. I think that's just the default now. It has the clips, gifted subs, and cheering. And it has those going back and forth. That I like. DMs. Oh, really? There's streaks for TikTok DMs? God, maybe I am becoming a boomer. I mean, that one at least makes business sense. I get that one, and it's not the worst in the world because it's not directly monetized. At least that I'm aware of. It's based on views, so they can't be random clips. They can be on the board. Yes. Yes. You always have to have those guardrails in there. 640 with Renly. Hell yeah. I don't do a lot of short form content nowadays. Just on my own perusing. The only one I use is Instagram Reels, and that one's just so Limes and I can send each other memes and or cats. And sometimes relationship stuff too. There's actually a lot of good like relationship and academic content on Reels, believe it or not. Sometimes I get on a good kick where it's like, oh yes, here's 6 academic papers I'm adding to my read later list. Like, God, I need to be stopped. But no, that is one of the things I appreciated the most about my master's program, is I got to read a lot of academic papers about a lot of information and like interpersonal topics that are super fascinating to me. Like right now I work in communications for higher education. And I love it and I wouldn't change it, but I would consider doing communications research if I needed some sort of pivot and it was easily available to me. Because like my capstone paper was on social media bans for children. But another project that I did that was very interesting to me, it was actually a PhD level course I was taking as an elective. And it was the idea of phishing. Not like gulp gulp or glub glub, but like, aha, I have your password now. And susceptibility to phishing. And how to like tell who's more susceptible or not, and then how to help train them to be less susceptible to falling for phishing attempts. I liked that kind of like at work. Can I not die here, please? Uh-oh. No! Oh my god. Really? Why was that ice so hard to... whatever. Oh wait. God. I was not expecting to die there. I thought I had enough time. Well, now I get to take a lap. But yeah, communications research is super interesting to me. It's what tickles my brain nowadays. 90 Fahrenheit in your room? That's wild. I mean, I like it on the warmer side, but even then, I don't really set it higher than like 81 or 82. It being 90 indoors is so difficult. I'm so sorry about that. Hopefully you at least have fans running or something to circulate it. That is like almost dangerous temperatures. Right now in my room it is 79 and it's comfortable enough for me. I still set it lower for overnight. But during the day I don't mind like 78 to 82. It was just blowing warm air too. Yeah, I mean luckily the science does say that's still better than not. Because the warm air it's blowing at you is still technically cooler than the ambient air because it's moving. Hey, asshole block. Could have just walked to the left. Why am I an idiot? Okay. That was a completely avoidable situation. Oh, now all my stuff's like all the way spread through here because of the moving water. Let's see. Do I think I have it all? Yes. Seems like all of it. Okay, anyway. That was annoying. Okay. Wait. Yeah, I mean, I think the UK does not have a lot of AC potential, unfortunately. As far as I've known, Europe in general, I feel like is that way. That is very pog for mix. I have never lived somewhere that did not have AC. Denmark also doesn't have AC in most places. Wow. Yeah, so very glad that Mix is able to have AC. I'm very lucky with my place that not only does it have AC, and I mean obviously it has heat as well, but it's a 2-in-1 heat AC unit that doesn't require like a boiler or anything like that. So, you know, like a couple weeks ago, it did get like really cold, still got back down to like the 40s and whatever, and I'd already had to use AC for a week prior to that or what have you. I'm able to switch back and forth like at a click of a button. I know for a lot of people it's not that easy. If you have like central air, then usually once you've switched it, it's a whole hassle to change it back and forth and what have you. So yeah, I'm lucky that at least for the parts of the US that I've experienced, it's been plentiful with AC. Mixes does that too, yeah. Because mine it's like similar to a window unit, like one of the window ACs, except it actually still goes through the whole wall. There's technically a hole in the wall that the unit is placed inside of. Little box under the window, yes. Yes. So then ours are set up the same way. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. For my apartment, it's a 1-bedroom apartment that Limes and I are in. And we have 2 of the units, 2 of those wall units. One of them is in the bedroom and can be controlled for just the bedroom. And then the other unit is in the living space, and that is, it controls, it controls that one, and we use it for the rest of the apartment. So we usually have our bedroom door closed so we can have the areas be 2 different temperatures depending on what we're using and what we're not. But Limes and I are similar on our temperature preferences. We like it hot outside, but cool indoors. I prefer it a little warmer indoors than she does, but it's only by a couple degrees, so we trade off as we see fit. But usually I relent and let it be a little cooler in here. As you should, yes. I do try to give Limes as much as she wants where I can. But sometimes I get crabby. But I am I'm working on the crabbiness. I mean, part of that is my health too, honestly. Because one of the I guess you can call it a diagnosis that I have is just chronic fatigue syndrome. And as a part of that, it makes me irritable because I don't have physical energy with which to hold up against things that are irritating to me. Limes is a trooper in understanding that and just yelling at me when I am and letting me cool off instead of taking it personally. Yo, is that the Liz? Hi, Lizbert. How is you? Popping in. It's good to see you regardless of how long you can be here. Welcome back to Hole. There will be a lot more of it in the near future, as I am now free from my studies. Liz was actually able to come attend one of my graduation ceremonies, which was very exciting. Very happy to have her there for that. You're tired, I'm sure. Are your travels done? Are you back home now? After the long weekend? Finally home? Hell yeah. Hopefully that means you can just rest the rest of the evening and get ready for work tomorrow then. Work sigh. True. Hey, maybe Joe will finally comment on your email. Maybe you'll get some closure of some sort. I said maybe. I wasn't expecting it by any means. The only thing I have to say is, like, seeing that situation with you and similar things with other people is that I cannot wait for Gen Z to become managers more so than millennials. I feel like we will see a sizable change in how staff are treated, how some things are handled. That is not a today problem. That is a medium to distant future problem. Liz, I was also mentioning earlier in the stream that one of the things I need to start adding back to my stream schedules is finishing up that Kingdom Hearts 1 Proud mode so I can start Chain of Memories. I know you're excited for more Kingdom Hearts content as well. You and Peachy Light both are excited for more. I have my schedule set up for this week, but next week I'm getting my wisdom teeth out, so not that week. But the week after that, I hope to have Kingdom Hearts on the schedule. And I will definitely let you know if I do put it on the schedule. Because I'm literally at the end of the Proud Mode run for KH1. I'm literally at, like, the final boss. But I can't load, or I can only load saves. I can't just continue once I die, so it's just a long stretch between saves, and I am very underleveled. So it is really just getting the perfect run where I don't get hit during the end of the fight. Can you get my wisdom teeth since I don't want them? Listen, I don't think anyone wants those. They have not been doing very well for me if you can't tell. There's about 4 years of Marf content showing that those did not really live up to their name. How's it going, Squirrel? It's good to see you, my friend. Very nice to see you. It's always nice when you can pop in. How have you been, Squirrel? I've not heard from you lately. Are you still streaming? I've not asked you that in a very long time. I also don't have notifications on for Twitch, so I don't know when anyone's going live. You're tired? That makes sense. A lot of people are. It's not great. They've been moving. Oh, shit. Is that an exciting move, or is that just a tiring move? I hope it's a move in a good way for a good reason and not just a necessity. But regardless, I hope it's been going well and or tolerable. Limes and I just re-signed a lease for the next year for the apartment we're in, so we are locked in here for another year. And then after that, we'll see, but good old 5% rent increase because, of course, and then we're just chilling here. Long time since I've seen Dole in here as well. Very nice. It's so satisfying being back to whole. This is so cathartic. Cathartic just getting to mine like this. There's some music rocking in the background, but also hanging out and chatting with you guys as well. Very much needed. Thanks, Squirrel. We've had one or two of your quotes pop up today. Talking about the positives of whole. Okay, well that one's not one. That's not a good example. All right. All right. Well. Rip. You've done all you could. Yes. The fate has the rest of the say. You did do your best. I'm also excited that I have more time for games in general because I mentioned earlier, but I've been playing Cult of the Lamb again. It is such a good game. I've been enjoying just pouring hours into it, not thinking about much else. It's also one of those games that's really hard to stop because you're like, well, I could just do this. Well, I could just do this. And then you do like 12 things and you're like, oh, well, now I need to do this before I stop. It's just keep coming. Don't stop coming. Time that one right. Really? Why is there so much ice here? My time to enjoy gaming again. Thank you. Yeah, I've only been done with my degree program for a week now. But I'm already starting to see the effects of getting 10 to 20 hours a week back. That program was fairly intensive, unfortunately. It's still good. I'm still very glad I was able to do it, and I'm even more glad that I was able to get a degree out of it at the end. But it did take a lot out of me, I'm realizing. The nth degree. Actually, it was the second degree. And hopefully the last for me. I don't have anything to prove. Myself or others. The main reason I went back, well, there was, of course, several reasons I went back for my degree. One, it was, quote-unquote free, because I work for university, so I got tuition remission, so they paid for the bulk of the tuition costs. But also because my undergraduate degree is in information technology and informatics, but now I'm doing primarily communications work, and I don't want to go back to IT work if I can help it. So I wanted a degree that I could also put on a resume if I need to move jobs. But 2 degrees is pretty damn cold, and I would know that as a stone cold killer. Right, guys? Almost done with this iceberg. We're getting there. You know, that's a fair glorp. I'll accept that glorp. Suddenly gotta go. Oof. Ouch. Owies. My bones. Liz, you should be used to me being cringe. Come on. Where even am I on the map right now? Is it... Nope, that's screenshots. Okay. I am... Oh, God. Not even halfway. Alright. Shouldn't have checked. Not have checked. Anyway. To be fair, I don't know where I started. I still may have made a good number of blocks progress today. But, oof. On. Yep. This is 1, 2, 3 more of the berg, and then we're back to open water for a little bit longer. God, there's still so much ice. It's the worst place to be doing this. The water dips here a little bit. Okay, that was interesting. I think I'm gonna have to drop down to 2 blocks per cycle now. Oh, that might be all it takes for this one. Was take a little damage here, I think. Not. Ooh, just made it. Cool. Nice. Doing good. That's also, it's been so long since I've streamed a game like this that's just pretty chill in general. So I keep forgetting how, like, jarring it can be having the game on the middle monitor, my OBS on the left monitor, and then my stream manager, Twitch dashboard on the right monitor, because it's the same thing 3 times. And at least the middle and left monitor are timed correctly, they're synced up. But the right, being the Twitch display, has like a few second delay. So it's always just jarring, like when I switch to like jump up the water and then like a second later I see myself do it again. It's such a weird feeling, I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm lagging, but I'm not. Yo, Liz is up to 5 pomps. Let's go. Shout out to Liz at 5 pomps, but somehow Clover's only at 1. And now it must always stay that way. Because what's funnier than having exactly 1 pomp? Not much in this world. Don't know what a pomp is. It's the Morph Ma Pomp emote. 1 pomp, no circumstance. Yeah, circumstance was last week. It's just Morph Ma Pomp. You're just collecting those ad nauseum. That's why I'm so sorry you've collected them. So nice. Water's so low here. Column after column, easy peasy. The actual song of this is also very good. This one's not too large. Also not that much deeper. Phillies are playing, that's right. How are they doing? Oh, baby, a 2-run home run. Let's go. Phillies are winning. You'd love to see it. Okay, well this will be pretty easy if they're all like that. Alright, cool. Not gonna be a tough iceberg at all. Middle few will be annoying, I'm sure, but there's some edge to it. Very nice. Alright, then the next iceberg is not for a very long while. Everything is coming up, Marv. Change. Yes. Very nice. Okay. Good. Bye. Here. I don't need that. Yeah, posture check. I know I don't have that as one of my things, but I just noticed my back was starting to feel it. Check that for yourself too, if you're so inclined. Is that your posture, Brisky? That's not great for posture. It does very much remind me, though, of Magic Cardinal. Good old Bird Pat. Yo, bye, Liz. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciated you saying hi. We'll see you next time, friendo. Good rest of your evening. Ooh, it's actually a very nice sunset out right now, chat. I glanced out my window. Got some cotton candy clouds going in. Oh, we're getting a little bit of a seabed raise here as well. Keep this nice and simple. More bang for my buck out of my cobblestone. What do we got? Excuse me, chat. Billy's also putting in a reliever. That's fine. I think I'm gonna do this and then one more inventory worth of cobble, and we'll probably call it there. So maybe another half hour or so left in the stream. News is we are starting to be able to get close to the mountain. I can see it in the distance now. Within draw distance, that's always a good sign. I don't know if we'll get to it today. Depends how nice the seafloor is as we get closer to it. But then next time we'll be able to get to the mountain, it seems. Very excited. Again. Botch it that time. And it almost looks like a hole now. Hey, that's impressive somehow. It's really, I don't see it. I don't see it yet. Oh. But it is getting there still. And every row, or every Yeah, I guess every row of the hole does make it easier to get to the next. We are working our way inside. Considering this the third row, quote unquote, it's getting faster. Every time I start up another one of the tracks along the inside here, it gets about like 4 blocks shorter. So we're racing ahead. There's an Enderman around here. I don't like that. I don't like that either. Can you fucking not? Jesus. We good? We're good. Thank God he was in the water. That actually did a lot of damage to me. I didn't notice that until just now. Oh boy. That could have been bad. Whoopsies. I did see him around the trees. I just kind of ignored him. And there's the Enderman. Why is there so much going on? Why is this such a excitable place right now? Maybe it's because there's actually land in the distance for once and it's not just ice. I already had to move a dirt block once that the Enderman put in my way. Hey, assumingly he took it from the inside, not the outside of the circle, so. Can you not? I'll be very happy to be done with this ice for a while. If I remember correctly, that mountain over there, a good number of blocks between me and the next bit of ice. I'm getting a little concerned that I'm using food. Obviously, I'd have to use food, but so annoying to hunt for fish or something to get more food in here. My chickadees are just starting to grow up, and I'll still need to have quite a few runs of them repopulating, or that's a good source of food again. But future problem. Back I go. My phone lags so much. Oh. Right. I talked to Limesy. Villagers are still doing alright. Pretty good. And towards the end of the game, I guess I should have it up on the side now. we're back. It does that. Yep. These are still chickadeeing. It looks so different. I'm not used to this. Wild. Hey, one of you can grow up faster. There you go. Enjoy. Drops, missile blocks, food plants. Just have a little bit more bread I can make, but not a lot more. It's a little concerning, actually. Food stores are not high. Oof. I can put more pulp in. There we go. Okay. Grab our blocks and off we go. Ah, go in. Thank you. Okay. I get to run back. Chat, like I mentioned, this will be our last round of cobblestone for the day. When I run out of room in my inventory, we'll be done for the evening. This has been a very nice return to Minecraft, return to streaming in general, honestly. Because I have not had the privilege in a while to stream solo. Very chill. Up on Discord. Well, there's that Enderman. I know I'm nearby. He's walking in the water like a doofus. Hey, polar bear. Bye, polar bear. Why you keep coming at me? Chill out. Right. Back to it. I don't know why I'm watching baseball vertically. The technology. lot of potential, that is what we're looking at. We do have something with a whole lot of potential. We will hopefully exceed that potential over the decades as we're doing this. Stop it with the whole ice thing. Yep. We might make it to the mountain. We're gonna be close, at least. Be good. This thing's so short, but it goes all the way down. That's so annoying. I was hoping it would literally just be like that tall. But of all this BS now. Really? Alright, I guess I'm doing this one now while I'm here. Actually, that worked out pretty well, because now there's no water. Right? That's pretty good. Well, this one has some water, but can all be winners, I suppose. Ooh, nice. All right, Phillies are headed to the 9th inning with a lead. Let's go. Love to see it. God, is that from Yakuza? Is that what the Satoshi Warriors are from? Sure as hell ain't what I'm watching. Maybe, there you go. I haven't taken in a lot of Yakuza content lately. I wish some of the games were, I guess I wish a bulk of the games were still on Game Pass. And I might actually play them more. Don't expect any more to ever be on stream. I did not enjoy them as much as stream games. But I did enjoy playing Zero. I would have been interested in going for the completion if it had stayed on Game Pass. The last is not. Oh, it gets deep here again soon, it looks like. Unfortunate. Doesn't actually get deeper, it's just this one little pocket here. right, feeling better about this whole making it to the mountain thing. Actually, since I'm gonna make it to the mountain, I might as well still fill my inventory while I'm here of the new material. So we'll go a little bit longer because of that. Just because it doesn't make sense to run back, but I will really need to run back to get my equipment as well. So I'll finish up what I have here with placing the cobble, and I only have one pickaxe and one shovel on me. I will use either as much of that until I fill my inventory or until that breaks. Then I'll have run back, and then we can end up there at the base, and hopefully I'll remember what I was up to. Well, I mean, technically we still might not make it there, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just jumping the gun a little bit. We'll see when I get like actually there instead of just kind of close. Because I might actually not have enough cobblestone. I still might do a thing where I run and grab as much as I can with the pickaxe and shovel that I have. But it's less clear than it was before. I'm so happy my leg's feeling better today, though. The first day or two of the post-op was concerning that it would take forever to heal. But it really kind of shot up there in terms of how much better I'm feeling. What happened to my leggy? Oh, you haven't been around, Bracey. I mentioned earlier today. I thought you were here. I guess not. I had to have a muscle biopsy done on my left leg. So I don't know if you know what that is or not. I can explain if you're unaware. That is what I've had going on lately. Why would I do that? God damn it. Misclicked. Like for testing? Yeah, so I have chronic fatigue. That is very, very hard for me to live a life with. So trying to figure out what's causing that fatigue. And one of the possible things we're looking at can be determined by looking at the muscle fibers in the legs especially. So it was called a muscle biopsy, which means they went in through my left thigh to grab some muscle, some leg muscle. And typically they take 1 cubic centimeter worth. And for me, they also wanted to send me off for testing to a scientific organization. So they took double, so they took 2 cubic centimeters out. And so I had that done on Thursday. And so I've been healing over the weekend since then. Friday was tough, and Saturday was still fairly tough, but today has been much better. I have been feeling better about it. That's quite a bit, yeah. Luckily, your thighs have a lot of muscle in them. So, did I save any of the, like, the share with the Tokapon crew? I didn't, but I shared, I can share a picture of the incision site. Wow. Simulate and grow? Yes, it will regrow. It might not 100% regrow, but I mean, kind of the way, whatchamacallit, muscle works in general is it kind of just like deconstructs and reconstructs. So over time, I can build it back up to what it was. Basically, no problem. But yeah, so like I said, that was Thursday. Friday, Saturday were rough. Sunday was better, and today's been good. And so I'm hoping tomorrow I'm walking on it without problem. But I've still been able to walk the whole time. I was walking literally the day of the procedure. I walked out of the building when it was all said and done. But of course it's been painful. And now it is less so today, and hopefully it'll be not so tomorrow. But yeah, because I had that, and then the next day I was able to take off, like, the outer bandaging, is how they called it. So there was, like, kind of like an ace bandage, and then just, like, one big thing of gauze over top of it. And I was able to take those off. Now it's just the, what's called steri strips, which are just, like, big old pieces of tape, more or less. They put over the stitches, and the stitches themselves are dissolvable stitches. Now I just let it stay the way it is now, and it'll just do the rest itself. It'll be all good to go. I was saying earlier, I'm supposed to go bowling on Wednesday with my work. I hope I can bowl normally by Wednesday, but we'll see. I might just have to do some underhand bowling or something. But I've seen promising results so far of the healing. And for the actual testing itself, I should know within like a week or two if they found anything interesting. Use the little ramp I could. Just push it down a little ramp. Just do that with like the heaviest ball they have at the alley. Slam it down there. Or even better, I'll stack the ramps on top of each other. I'll do a ramp on top of a ramp. Make it like a game of mousetrap or something. Little Steven Universe music now, I believe. I still have not watched any of Steven Universe. Apparently it's very good, though. Should have done that. Oh, that was... This is more ice than I thought would be here. Oop, going up. Uh-oh. Up, up. There we go. It's better. I also keep forgetting today's Monday because I didn't have work because it's an American holiday. So I keep like thinking like, okay, so I have, you know, 2 days or 3 days until I go bowling. I'm like, no, it's 2 days. So I have to be covered enough in one less day than that to be able to participate fully. The good news is by Wednesday I should be able to like wear work pants without issue, because since the surge I've been wearing shorts more or less, so there's not a lot of contact with like the incision area. But because of the steri strips, that's not too much of an issue unless it's if it's sensitive. But it has not been sensitive to the touch today. So I should be able to wear my, you know, essentially golf pants that I wear to work. I don't have to like ask my boss of like, hey, can I wear like nice shorts to the office today? All right, and the Phillies won. Let's go. It's a very important series for them for several reasons, so it's good that they got the win on the first game of it. Apparently today is the first win on Memorial Day the Phillies have had since 2014. I don't know how many games they've played since then on Memorial Day, but that's pretty outrageous. Last row of this iceberg, and then we can get to the rest of it. And hopefully the rest of it will go quick. We can get back to being a landlubber. I didn't get out sheet there. There actually is a bit more on this next one, just not at the surface. Interesting. How much further across does it go? Okay, it's just this one now. I guess that's fine. Alright, back to placing blocks. Let's go. Like a Nautilus? Yeah, one of the Nautilus over there, okay. Be bad if that builds above me right there. That ice spot. Glad I didn't cause that to become true. Don't think we have enough stone to make it all the way, but I still will do a little bit of mining and maybe get enough cobblestone that way. The shovel and the pickaxe I have until those are done. That's just in the sake of being efficient at this point in the overall process. Not running back before I need to. I need to remember when I come back next time to also bring obviously a ton of pickaxes, but also like as I've been back at base, like the double chests and everything are still chilling over there. You know, any of the other smelting that I like to do while I'm there, stuff like that. So that'll be a good thing to remember to grab. I'm not making it anywhere close actually, but maybe with what I mine. Probably not, because I don't think the stone pickaxe is really gonna hold up that long anyway, but give it the old college try this time around. I'll still do it the way where when I come back I will be starting mining, and then just on my way back to deposit stuff I'll use the cobblestone from, you know, whatever I've been mining. I think that'll work out fine still. I have to remember, like, I used, like, different patterns of mining when I was at the mountains. Like, I would sometimes do, like a pyramid until I hit, like, a wall or something, and then I would, like, wait until it mines down or something. I don't know. I'll have to retool how I do that as well and see what feels normal. But it's exciting. The Phillies have a better record on the road than at home this season. This is so weird. There's no natural reason that should be happening. Gotta check the lineups, I guess, and check the other confounding factors there. Hey, Bracek, I can speak your language a little bit. Didn't Tottenham almost get relegated or something? Soccer? Something? Bueller? I feel like that was the thing I read about recently. Why do I even know that? One of my friends I hung out with this past week to watch some American basketball. And so, we were talking sports and everything like that, and he mentioned it because he said how much he hates Tottenham and he would love to see them relegated. So that's why I know that, but I'm glad it was funny. Yep. It just escaped. And I like the fact that you also would have been fine with seeing them relegated. The relegation system is such an interesting thing because there's nothing like it really in American sports as far as I'm aware. Definitely not the ones I follow regularly. It's such an interesting concept. I like the idea of, forcing teams to stay competitive. Because some of them are like, it's a rebuilding year. It's like, what? You're just going to let yourself lose most of the year? So you can save money for next year and, start looking to make deals with people and maybe get a better draft pick. Very interesting. It's been wild seeing a big club go down. Yeah. I mean, there's something similar to that right now. I mean, not nearly as dangerous right now, but it's just interesting in baseball, American baseball. There's a couple teams who are some of the biggest spenders where they have shelled out the most money to retain players' contracts and get new contracts, and they are still doing the worst. So it goes to show it's like, sure, spending money gives you an advantage, but you have to do something with that advantage. You can't just assume it'll work itself out. Very interesting. I like sports. Sports management is iffy for me, but sports themselves are fun. I also like how when I was saying that tidbit that I couldn't for the life of me think to how to say it Tottenham because I've so infrequently said the word out loud. I was like, how do I use my mouth to make those syllables happen? Any credit I would have gotten for knowing that went right out the window. Okay. Made a little bit of progress on this mountain. And now we head back down. Have a little bit more cobble. Just about 2 stacks to add to the collection. I did say right? Yes, I definitely stumbled on it though. It was definitely not smooth coming out of my lips. Like Tottenham? I don't remember if there's a reason for me to hold on to my dirt if I should just use it here, so I might just use it here. I know I don't have like any at the base because I think that's just because I like to use it for this when I can. Probably will just use it here as well. Unless I have to bring back. Oh, out of cobble. I was like, why did I hear the noises stop? Alright. Just about wrapping up for the day, chat. Hope you all have been enjoying the return to Hole and the return to some Marfy streams. Next stream is on Friday. I'll reiterate that again in my outro spiel. But yeah, thanks guys. It was nice to see that people remembered I'm here. I always worry about that as a streamer. At least I do. It's been nice hanging out. How far am I? Oh, actually made a lot of progress today block-wise. Made probably a 300 to 400 blocks progress. That doesn't happen every day. Hey, and it gets warm again around here starting tomorrow. It's also very nice. All right, let's get my inventory set up for next time. I'm also gonna sleep off the night here. Give myself a little bit more time until I get attacked again by the night creatures. Okay, so I will need furnaces, coal, chests, crafting table, bed. I have an iron pickaxe to use. Some sticks left over. New recipes unlocked. Oh, yeah. That's a thing. Torches. Okay. And then... I should replant this too while I'm here. No. Had it out for a quarter second. Go in the... Thank you. Okay. Let me put this away. Okay. And then, yes, here's a bunch of extra tools I should bring with me as well. Wow, almost the perfect amount. Hold on, I can fix this. There we go. I think this should be all I need. I mean, it's not a lot of wood, with it being 11 sticks. But theoretically, I'll be getting more while I'm over there, right? I think I can force the issue and go find some trees if I need to. Get some extra wood for sticks. I think it's worth it to be able to bring all these pickaxes with me in one go. There's no other way I can really condense what I have here. I'll need the food. Need the furnaces, yada yada. I technically, you know, keep one of the furnaces home and just use a regular furnace for everything. Little the blast furnace. And now we'll bring everything, and this is where I will save and quit. All right, YouTube, thank you so much for watching part 49 of Hole. Next is a part 50 of Hole, which is wild. I don't know how I feel about that. It's a lot of my time I've spent digging a hole that has not shown fruition yet. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you next time. I love you. Bye, YouTube.